Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Fires it incomplete.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets their big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Finding open areas. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Beavers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically. He gets it in! Touchdown, Oregon State!
You talk to any quarterback, Jesse, and they love finding the big tight end. Hard to overthrow the big fellas with the big reach, the nice mitts. Nice catch by the tight end.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He wants to throw it again. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Showing off the arms. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And I think on that 3rd and long, man, they said, forget the pass. Like, we're just going to run the option, and the quarterback makes the right read. He keeps it. And I think they were trying to cut down this 4th down and make it more manageable. So mission accomplished by this offense.
Runs through the tackle. And runs through another one. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Buffs.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going up top. Snatches it on the right.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in the position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. That's caught. It's Richard. Runs through a tackle. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll go to the air on second and short. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw for it. Release to the back. Quickly complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going up top again. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across.
Touchdown, Beavers! Great job by the back on the option.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
A little surprising that they didn't go for 2, but they're still down by a point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Punts it out of the air. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker. It's Anderson. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. He's past the 30. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Singleton. Might be looking to run. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to throw on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Finds his tight end. Oh, a lot of space. Running through contact. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Back swinging for the goal line. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Big fella moving. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up of 3 out to the 5. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Pressure coming. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and goal. Give to the running back.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He wants it all. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Fires to the tight end. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's Jackson. It's a seam wide open. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big
The Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He might want another play. Here comes the heat. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Canes! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? From the gun. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Back to pass, it's Knight. Got a man, it's Alchuk. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Well, this defense is going to mix up their looks against this quarterback, playing some zone. That time it was man coverage, but they also brought the blitz. So they're just trying to keep this quarterback on his toes.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on on that play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He'll pull it down and run. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Going deep. He's got it down the left.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to change this route. They want to throw it. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it for a big play. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, it's a 2nd catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter.
Let's go, break.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Skips away from pressure. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Hauls it in at the 40. And there he goes. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Rushes on him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got nothing last time, now second and goal from the 3. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Picked off to stop the threat. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. They want to run it left here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st down from the 28. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Makes the catch. Wide open spaces. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Trying to get rid of it.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Gonna look downfield again. Buys a little time. On the move, he fires. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his big tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Finds a man in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Hauls it in. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man on the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Sends it back in motion. Got it back on second and goal. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To throw, it's Underwood. Keeps looking downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll take another shot here. Turning on the Jets. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ocha. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. He makes a catch. On the move at the 30. He's loose. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And the stomping has commenced.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the right. And they're not on the same page there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. This time he's got it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Coleman. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab in the open. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. The Hurricanes have pushed it inside the 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, still looking. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll line up to go for 2. Wants to pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man, it's Knight. Here's a throw downfield late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Singleton. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
going down. Suss it up. Do too much. Ain't enough. Ain't enough. Where you from? Alright, that's it. Every day I'm ballin'. Yeah, you know I'm ballin'. I was in the Glam Cardi. He was in the Rari. You know, like it was on sauce, yeah. Yes, I said, do too much. Ain't enough. Ain't enough. Where you from? So what up? Going nuts. Going dumb.
The Canes will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on first down from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Quick toss to the right. Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab deep. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Underwood. It's complete to the left. Oh, he dropped it! And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Trying to get the edge on the right. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Canes want to move quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Canes have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this 1st period with a huge gain. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Now from inside the red zone. Shoots it to the left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
From inside his 30, what a chance to flip the field. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The offense changing the play. They'll move the tight end. Under fire. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of running room. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Dances away. Now he's looking into the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the right. There he goes. Past the 30, past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it.